Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay today. I want for the people, I want for you all to know how much I appreciate you, how much I appreciate all of my loyal subscribers that have been here with me from the very beginning, how much I appreciate all of the people that are just that are just coming in. Okay, it absolutely means a lot to me. Okay. um Also, if you would like, first of all, I want to say this before we get into what I'm going to talk about. There are still slightly more people that are unsubscribed that's looking at the videos. Okay, so make sure um that you subscribe to the channel. Okay, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Um, Also, if you would like to support the channel, you could do it via Cash App. Let me put that up on the screen, or you can hit the super thanks button. Okay. All right. I wanted to get into DJ Pat, y'all. DJ Pat has made that $1 million bond. Okay. He's made that $1 million bond and now he is out. We was just talking about this the other day. It kind of hurts me because it seems like it- it's getting ready to be a miscarriage of justice. They're setting the atmosphere for there to be a miscarriage and a travesty of justice as it relates to takeoff, and it's just not right. Okay. Um, of course, a few weeks ago, DJ Pat was asking the courts for money for a private investigator. I am a private investigator by profession. I am licensed. Okay. And what happens is DJ Pat more than likely has a court appointed lawyer. A lot of people get that. I think I've explained this before in the case with Young Dolph's murder case. These court appointed attorneys are not PDs, public defenders. They are private attorneys that has a contract with the county when the public defender's office has a overload of cases. A case like this is a high profile case. It's probably going to take a minute, so they outsource the work. Court appointed attorneys have contracts with the county, and there is a salary cap. Normally, the salary cap probably cap out at about $250 an hour. As I said before, a high price attorney will never take contracts with the county because they got to be able to charge you from 750 an hour on up, right? Um, Now I know how it works as far as the private investigative work. What will happen is a private the attorney will tell the county, or the defendant will ask for a private investigator, and the county, because he is indigent or he claimed that he was, will give $5,000 to hire a private investigator. Okay, most attorneys ask for it. So when they say he asked for it, most of the time the attorneys do it. The defendants will ask sometimes, but oftentimes it is the attorney that asks for it because the attorney is probably already contract has a private investigator contracted. They probably have an idea of who they want to work with. They just want him to or her to be paid or whatever. So that was nothing new. But the thing about it is, DJ Pat said that he was indigent. Okay. Um, he said that he was indigent and he had $0. And now he has made $1 million bond. I think I explained before how it works as far as those bonds. I have friends that a friend that owns a bonding company. Okay, because we was getting ready to link together and do some business together, and we was kind of doing some cross training of each other at one time. Okay, and so it afforded me the opportunity, because he's very successful and owns a lot of bonding companies throughout the Mid-South, and to include Arkansas and Mississippi. He was kind of giving me the lowdown on, as a matter of fact, he did, okay, on the bonding company. And so Um, I know how it works, but I did call him as it relates to because his companies are the go-to companies, but and he was able to give me quite a bit of information. I'm not going to say who he is on some stuff. But you know, what he had taught me. I know that with $1 million bond, okay, that you're going to have to pay at least 10%, as well as just in case he skipped bond, because it seems like to me he's a flight risk. He could be a flight risk. He's right down there by them borders. And the prosecution was afraid that he was getting ready to skip, try to leave the country anyways, right after the day after takeoff was assassinated. Okay, so he is definitely a risk for a bonding company. So that means somebody not only paid about $100,000 in cash, because bonding company, that's how they make their money. They also had to come up with some collateral just in case he skipped town that was equivalent to $1 million. Did he have that? Because see, when people say, "Well, his mama had put did up his house or her house," was her house equivalent to $1 million? That's kind of what go over people's head, and I don't get mad because I know a lot of people don't know. Okay, that kind of goes over their head. Does he have $1 million worth of property? Well, his mom and his aunties had put their house up. Is it equivalent to $1 million? So that means somebody that has some collateral, some money, paid 10%, about 100 grand, and then they put up some collateral that was equivalent to $1 million. Ain't no bonding company gonna go out of business for nobody. That's how it works. Okay. And he is definitely, because if he skips town and does not come back to court, that bonding company gonna have to come up, they're gonna have to pay that $1 million, and the judge don't give a damn how much they pay them or how they come up with it. They're gonna have to pay that million or go out of business. So that's why they take collateral, okay, and put a lien on houses and things of that nature. That somebody is not paying a mortgage on. As I said, if they're paying a mortgage on it, then you can't put a lien on that because it's still owned by the bank. So somebody owns some property and cars and shit that's paid for, and that's equivalent to $1 million. And the bonding company ain't gonna take a whole lot of shit. Here go a red glass car. Here go 3-4 car red glass cars. Okay, that's 20,000. They ain't gonna do that. They gonna want something that they can sell quickly to go take the courts their $1 million if he flees. Okay, and it's gonna have to be something, maybe they'll take a Escalade truck that's paid for. Okay, but they normally don't take cars. It's got to be property. It's usually property. That's what it's gonna be. Okay, something that they can go and sell quickly to pay off that debt if he skips town. Okay, so it's definitely somebody who has some money and who would have something like that has gotten him out. Now we know who it was. One minute you sit up, talk about you love Takeoff, the next minute you getting out the guy who killed him. They trying to set an atmosphere, create an atmosphere for there to be a miscarriage of justice as it relates to Takeoff. Because in the back of their twisted minds, they're saying, well, if Quavo had not got disrespected, his nephew wouldn't be dead. That's how some of these niggas think. Okay, and it further lets me know that DJ Pat was acting on a command more than likely, and that was to take that nigga out, just like somebody said. Quavo ran out of there too quick because he was mad, so they got who was still there. Okay, so I want y'all to look at DJ Pat. He looked like he done been through some hell. Look like he done had 2-3 nervous breakdowns. Look at his face. He don't look too happy. Look at Takeoff. I be looking at Takeoff's eyes, and every time I look at his eyes, it makes me feel a certain way. Because I'm gonna tell you something. One of my daughters got those big eyes, and they similar to Takeoff's, just like her dad. I promise you. And every time I look at him, I go, Lord, he got eyes just like one of my babies. Here it is right here. It's amazing. One of them got big eyes, one of them got tight eyes, the other one got tight eyes like me. It says, according to ABC 13, Patrick Clark, the man accused of murdering the Migos rapper in Houston, Texas in November 2022, made his bond Wednesday, January 4th. Of course, it was breaking news, but let's look at it.
Breaking news overnight, the man accused of killing rapper Takeoff bonded out of jail. This is a story we saw first here on ABC 13. And our Charlie Etienne is live now. Charlie, the attorney had said repeatedly he could not make this bail.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jacob. I mean, his bond was lowered from $2 million to $1 million, and the defense attorney said that still was incredibly high, but we've learned that Patrick Clark, the suspect, has posted that bond and is now out of custody. So part of his bond conditions is that he must remain at his parents' home located on the far east side of Houston, and he also cannot have any contact with the family of the victim, the family of the rapper known as Takeoff. And so it's been about 2 months since Kirshnick Ball was fatally shot outside of a bowling alley here in downtown Houston. Clark is the only suspect charged with his murder, and he did post that $1 million bond yesterday. So this comes after court hearings where his defense attorney, Leticia Quinones, argued that a bond higher than $300,000 was simply too much and pretty much impossible for Clark or his family to be able to afford. So initially, Clark's bond was set at $2 million right after his arrest. Meanwhile, prosecutors say Clark's work as a local DJ and a strip club promoter deals largely in cash, so it's really hard to determine how much money he actually has access to. They also raised concerns over him being a possible flight risk if he is not in custody. Well, Clark's bond never dropped below $1 million, and his attorney at the time expressed her frustration.
Well, I have a lot of respect for Judge Hill, but he's a human being too. And so I believe that there are a lot of factors that went into this consideration and to this decision. And I think just to be frank, I think the high profile nature of it and all the media attention that it's getting had a lot to do with it.
Okay. This lawyer, if I'm remembering correctly, this lawyer kind of hangs out with, I've seen her on pictures and stuff with like Willie D and all of them, and I think that's kind of the group that Jay Prince and them hang out with. So I mean, I guess it don't mean nothing, but which would mean she's probably in with the mayor and all of them. They say, the police chief was extremely frustrated. We can't get past that, okay? The police, and he looks a lot like the damn police chief too. Let's not forget that shit. Is he related to him? Let's see. Police chief announced. I want y'all to see this. Takeoffs. Let me see if I can pull these pictures up. Look at his face. I want y'all remember this, okay? Look at his face. He seemed extremely frustrated. Hell, you would think that he would have been happy the day that he was the day that DJ Pat was arrested, but he was very agitated and he was frustrated. And they look too much a damn like the police chief and DJ Pat. But hey, everybody got a twin, okay? But he was frustrated that day, but we cannot omit, okay, that DJ Pat, okay, we cannot omit that little Cam was the person that people said that people were saying that shot him, okay? We cannot omit what we saw in the video, and that is DJ Cam, I mean not DJ Cam, but little Cam over by Takeoff. I still believe that little Cam was one of the ones that shot Takeoff. So are they trying to get DJ Pat out of jail so that he won't tell on Lil Cam, who has committed all types of crimes for them? Okay. Lil Cam was all in LA committing all types of crimes, right? And I was wondering, I said, that's weird. Lil Cam got these cases in LA and things of that nature. And then we find out a little bit later on that they're working allegedly with jewelers and taking some of their friends to jewelers, this particular jeweler, okay, to put tracking devices in their jewelry. And that could be how some of these rappers have been getting jacked. That allegedly, that's another hustle. Okay. All right. So, this is extremely, extremely interesting. I still believe, they got him out so they could do something to him. I think they've gotten him out because DJ Pat said, I want to tell my side of the damn story. And when he said that, that's when Jay Prince, them tone changed. And Jay Prince was saying, my name never should have been on the paperwork to stay away from him. His tone changed. They even said he went and visited him. Okay. And it looks like he still don't look like he's happy, like he's gotten away with something. That dude is stressed the hell out because he knows either way it go, he's probably doomed, whether he did it or not. He's doomed. And one of the people that did do it, which is Lil Cam, I believe, they're trying to protect. Okay. Jay Prince was on their yacht the other day and he's sitting up talking about, not the yacht, but on the ski thing. Yeah. He on the water. Y'all keep Takeoff name out there. I can assure you, none of you love them any more than me. Okay. And then he went into talking about how the vlogs didn't love him. They was just making money. Okay, so you're saying that your love and is equivalent. That you saying that the vloggers don't love him, so that means you don't either. Okay. But did they get him out to take him out? Will he make it back to court? Okay. Because if he just goes missing without a trace, the bonding company gonna be in trouble. If they can't produce a damn body, dead or alive. That's what that bounty means. Because they have to prove to the courts something. Okay. So this is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be interesting. They are setting the atmosphere and they've been doing it for a while. This is how we know they was involved with taking that boy out, to get these hitters out. But DJ Pat's life is in danger, one way or the other, because he can't trust nobody. And you could tell he wasn't smirking like Lil Cam was. They want to protect Little Cam. But DJ Pat, who has more to lose than Little Cam, because see, they done raised Lil Cam and brainwashed him. Look, DJ Pat probably has something to live for. He might have some kids or something. He might have been raised by somebody different where he's got some human feelings. They've raised Little Cam to be robotic from the very beginning, and his daddy is working for Mob Ties. How in the hell you let some niggas make your child robotic, nigga? And put him in that type of environment while you sit and watch. Use your son like that. Okay? That's another story I'm gonna get mad. So I'm gonna have to get off of that because I was getting ready to go in. Y'all know how I get. But did they get Pat out so that they could take him out? I think that very well could happen. They got their lawyer. That woman is affiliated with them, handling all of this. So he probably really ain't gonna be able to trust her because she gonna know his movements. Right? So all of this, y'all, is going to be interesting, okay? All of this is going to be interesting. I'm just sitting and I'm watching. I'm watching. Okay? But just when people have gotten away with stuff for so long, they have this arrogance. And don't post on my damn page that Quavo put out a song and he did. Quavo ain't did a damn thing because they wanted to. I think they was intending to get both of them. They was intending to get them both, and I wouldn't care what kind of argument went on. They ain't have no business shooting Quavo or Takeoff. It was wrong as hell. And we see that they was trying to set the atmosphere. It just didn't work out because they had that video. And they had their vloggers ready to do it. They started putting they had started telling vloggers to put this into the atmosphere, and they was just ready to do it for a dime. God, do something to them. They already too fucking low down and grimy on here. But something gonna be done to them anyways for that hacking. Okay, but they was already ready to put into the atmosphere that Migos bands did it, and they knew that they had the police chief and the mayor on their side. They was gonna put that on their boy. They had already created that atmosphere, and folks was running with that Migos band. His own man did it. You even had celebrities saying it. You even had, they said, the man that's over the record label that Migos them was on. The Migos was on saying, how in the fuck would he know that? He wasn't there. It's something strange about somebody taking pictures way up, look like from the third floor, way at the top of the building. Who in the hell was that up there taking pictures of that boy and sold them pictures? It's something weird about it. They was sent there to get them both, I believe. Okay? That's what I believe. I don't believe it was no accident. And the plan went wrong. Okay? Everybody with them was shot. Why wasn't nobody else hit? Because they was targeted. And Quavo ran out because he saw what was getting ready to happen. He just thought his nephew was behind him. So they had to get who was left. And that was the most innocent one. And they was going to put it on Migos bands, their cousin. And they was going to promote that. And the police chief and them was going to go along with it, put that innocent dude in jail. And these fuck ass vloggers that they pay up under the table was going to run with that shit. Ain't worth a damn dime. Anytime you can be bought out, you ain't shit. You less than a woman or a man. You a maggot. No morals, no. You ought to have some type of damn dignity. But they was ready to run with it because these niggas, you get them 2 for a nickel. They going 2 for a nickel now. They'll do anything for a dime. You give them $1,000. You better not give them $100. Nigga, you gonna give me $100? You gonna give me $1,000? I take my mom out. 2 for a damn nickel. 2 for a penny, as my daddy used to say, which means they ain't worth shit, period. But that's what's going on. 2 for a penny. 2 for a penny, niggas. Okay? That's what these sellout vloggers is. Okay? It's a darn shame before God. But DJ Pat need to worry. He need to worry. Because they on his ass. He got snakes all around him because he was ready to talk. And it made Junior nervous. They knew at that point he was a problem. And they have set, and they think that they've strategized. We got to get him out. Because see, they think they're smart. But sometimes you could be so smart that you're stupid. Okay? And the mayor and the police chief. See, the mayor ain't running no more, so he ain't got a damn thing to lose. This man has always been in trouble for corruption. So he don't give a damn. He ain't got to come back to you and slob on your kids and lie to you and grin and say, vote for me. Not for mayor. He gonna ride it on out. He can't go too far. They've done too much together. So he still got to tell the police chief to protect them. And I'm sure the police chief too. But DJ Pat is probably going to be the sacrificial lamb because Lord knows I still believe Lil Cam was the one that popped him first. One of his bullets probably did hit him, and I believe it hit him purposely. But I believe Lil Cam did it first. And I believe they was told to do it. Okay? But anyways, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. This is As the World Turns. As the world turns. But you know, it's a darn shame that this stuff is going on. Okay? We'll be watching this closely. We're going to continuously watch it closely. And we hope, you know, we're going to see if DJ Pat going to come up missing. Even though with the vloggers being on their asses, now they found out that these niggas going 2 for a penny. So they still feel like they can still be slick and do what they've been doing and get away with it. But I'm here to tell you, it's still some more vloggers that can't be bought out because we got other shit going on. Okay? It's still people that want justice for Takeoff. Their reward is bigger than any quick little get money or fame, because that don't last anyways when you're building your house on sand. A lot of these folks, God so evil that it's ridiculous, and then they got the nerve to say thank God for whatever it is that they think they're getting, and they've gotten it off the backs of somebody else and think it's gonna stand. Ain't that some shit? That's how the devil make a fool out of you. But there are still some of us that's solid. And that foundation stands firm. And those are the vloggers that they truly scared of. Okay? That they don't like. Because trust me, they've sized up a lot of us. And it ain't but a few. And know that we stand firm and can't be bought out. Okay? But anyways, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay? If you would like to support the channel, you can do it via Cash App, or you can hit the super thanks button at the bottom of the screen up under this video. Okay, make sure you hit the subscription button and hit the like button. I'll talk with you guys later.